Hello everyone, this is Chris from ChrisTrains with tutorial number 1 for the ICNG. In this tutorial we're going to cover the basics of driving as well as the different cab cameras. The ICNG has two different cab cameras. You can use the keyboard left and right arrows to choose between them. The first camera shows you mostly the driver's console, and the second view shows you mostly out of the window. Obviously, you can use the right mouse button to drag and hold to move the camera around and look at any part of the cab that you want to see. The primary driving controls for the ICNG are down here on the right hand side. Here you have the push button reverser, and here you have the combination handle. To drive in the simplest mode, either use the keyboard shortcut or click the forwards button on the reverser and drag the throttle or drag the combination handle into a power position, and the train will start to move. Obviously, if you want to brake, you can drag the combination handle into one of the braking positions and the brakes are applied. This lamp shows you that brakes have been applied, and once the train comes to a complete stop, this lamp shows you that a holding brake has been applied. The holding brake is automatic on the ICNG, you don't need to do anything to apply it, and it will automatically release again as soon as you apply power. Once the train has come to a complete stop, you could also use the parking brake, so if you put the reverser into neutral and return the combination handle to the 0 position, which you can also do using the keyboard shortcut E, now you can apply a parking brake using this control. Push that forwards and the parking brake is turned on. This lamp shows you that the parking brake has been enabled, and this lamp shows you that the traction block has been enabled. You can also see on the right hand multifunction display there's an icon here that shows you the traction block is enabled. The traction block is normally activated by either the parking brakes or having one of the passenger doors open, and it prevents the train from being driven. To turn the parking brake off, you use the same control and pull it backwards, and the parking brake is now off, and you can now drive the train as normal. The ICNG obviously also comes with an emergency brake. In this train, when you activate the emergency brake, it also opens the high voltage switch. So if I apply an emergency brake using this button down here on the left hand side of the console, you get an informational message on the top side of the screen here that shows you that the snelschakelaar has been disconnected. The snelschakelaar is the Dutch word for high voltage switch. So the train comes to a complete stop, and now there's two things that you need to do to be able to drive again. First of all, you need to reset the emergency brake. So to do this, you first make sure that the train is in neutral. Take the combination handle and pull it all the way back to its furthest back position, and then use the E shortcut on the keyboard to return it to the 0 position. And you can hear the parking brake is now the emergency brake is now resetting. Now that the emergency brake has been reset, there's still a traction block. This lamp shows you that, and the icon on the multifunction display. And this traction block is because the high voltage switch is still open. To close the high voltage switch, use this control down here. Just push it forwards, and the high voltage is now reconnected. And now you can drive the train as normal. The ICNG also comes with a cruise control system. It's a little bit different on this train to other trains you might have driven, because for the cruise control to be activated, the combination handle has to be in the 0 position. So if I get to the speed that I want to be traveling at, let's say 60 kilometers an hour, 61 kilometers an hour, I return the combination handle to the 0 position here, and then when I press C on the keyboard, that engages the cruise control system at the speed that I was currently going. So you can see now there's a little yellow icon that's appeared on the speedometer. This shows you the target speed. And also on the right hand side multifunction display, there's these blue numbers that have appeared showing me the target speed, as well as these white numbers that show the speed that we're currently traveling. To disengage the cruise control, you can put the combination handle in either a braking position or a power position. So if I want to add power, that disengages the cruise control, and we're now driving manually again. So again, in this mode, if you get to the speed that you want, hit E to zero out the combination handle, and then hit C to engage cruise control. It locks the speed that we were currently traveling at. The other way to activate cruise control is to use the multifunction display over here. So if you click the number 7 soft button here under train controls, and then click the number 4 button under the cruise control icon, you can now see some pre-selected or predetermined speeds available to lock into the cruise control system. So for example, if I want to change to 130 kilometers an hour, I press the soft button under 130, and then press the soft button under this icon, which is accept, and you can see now target speed has been changed to 130, and our current speed is increasing. So if I leave the camera like this, you can see a little bit more of what's going on. Here's the target speed on the speedometer. Here's the target speed on the multifunction display. And then obviously this is our current speed, and this is our current speed. The cruise system is also capable of slowing the train down, so for example if I select a lower speed than the speed we're going, for example if I change it to 80 kilometers an hour, so I click the soft button under the 80, and click the soft button under accept, the target speed is now set to 80, and the system has applied the brakes, and we're now beginning to slow down to the new target speed. As with the other mode, if you take the combination handle and put it into any braking or power position, it cancels the cruise control. So that concludes tutorial number 1 for the ICNG.